cabinets that I built are a little oversized, so they can handle a lot more weight. So in order to handle that, instead of just hanging them from the back of the cabinet, I'm going to find the joists, put a strip along, be able to screw to the top of the cabinet up into that ceiling joist to help hold the weight of the cabinet. So we screw it here and here. I'm scribing the cabinet to make it plumb and to push it over tighter to the wall to take up any gap between the wall and the cabinet. This wall is a pocket door wall, which is a little bit flexible, and that makes it a little bit wavy, so you have to scribe the cabinet to get it nice and tight to the sheetrock. Alright, we'll put the cabinet in place, and before we can screw it to the wall, we have to secure it to the adjoining cabinet. So we get the face frames perfectly flush to one another, and then clamp it together using blocks under the clamp pad so we don't mar the wood. And once they're all clamped together nice and tight, we can drill them and then drive screws through the face frame from one to the other. And that'll hold them together, and then we can secure the cabinet up to the wall, and in this case up to the ceiling as well. The wall that a pocket door is put in is pretty flimsy. It's framed with 3/4 inch thick studs on flat to make room for the door to go in between them. So what I want to do is attach that wall to the cabinets to give it some rigidity. Now the pocket door isn't in place yet, so the cavity is empty, and I'm able to get inside in between and find the studs, find those little pieces of wood, and then screw through from the inside of the cabinet into those studs and secure the cabinet to the wall. So here I'm measuring back to find that stud in the wall, and with the door out I can find it very easily, and then I'll go inside the cabinet and drive a screw into that stud, and I have to make sure I have exactly the right length screw so I don't go through too far, go through the other side of the stud, and then leave a sharp point that the door is going to hit and leave a score mark on the front of the door. So you see here that I'm measuring the thickness of the wall, the thickness of the cabinet, the space between the cabinet and the wall, and trying to figure out the right length screw. 1 1/8 plus a 1/4. 1 3/8. Yeah, we will use that. 1 3/8. 1 1/4. We'll try an 1 1/4 screw and see if it grabs.
It's fine inside, yeah.
Squeaky? Something right up there.
Sure, does not.
First cabinet's in. Next cabinet's pretty easy. We got a refrigerator and then a freestanding cabinet, basically. And this side of the room is done. Having been built to Stoll specifications, this thing weighs about 1,320 pounds. Heaviest cabinet you'll ever find. You can look right there. Perfect. Perfect. You spent water. Don't want to do that either. Down.
We done made it.
Alright.
Those are the holes for the pipes you're drilling?
Yes, I'm just drilling starter holes right now for the jigsaw. You level?
Look what I have for you.
The picture.
Oh, look at this. All right, so yeah, the pipe is down here. There's no wires up in here that come in over the top and drop down. So we have all of this. We can catch anything there, and anything there. All right, so we're exactly an inch and a half from the window. This is why you take pictures running throughout the job, because when you want to refer back and find out where any pipes or wires are, we have it up on the screen now on the laptop, and we held tape measure up to the wall as we filmed it, as we took a picture. Now we can zoom in and see the marks on the tape measure, which we measured from that far corner over there. I have all my studs marked here, but I know that there's some pipes and wires in the wall, and I don't want to hit them with the mounting screws. So it's a good idea to take pictures through all the stages. We go just a little bit more in, just a hair more. It's not moving, I don't know if you're going in. That's good. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna check the other direction. I'm going in. You tell me when.
All right, go ahead.
It's good.
Okay, so the cabinets are in with a divider between the dishwasher and the stove. And the countertop's going to sit right on top, so we need this to be nice and plumb. We're going to screw into this along the edge because we can't screw into the silestone countertop. So we'll screw the dishwasher in here. We've measured the space needed for the dishwasher, made a brace that goes on the wall. We'll screw it to the studs, as well as anchoring it to the cabinet using pocket hole screws. This is a very good way of attaching two pieces, because instead of going in from the end and into the end grain, this drills from the other side and goes flat into the face of the piece of wood. This creates a lot of clamping pressure. And we're using pocket hole screws which have a flat shoulder on them instead of a bugle head like a drywall screw, because that would act as a wedge and split the wood apart. Okay, we're mounting the last cabinet. We brought it in. It was made so we could tip it right up and just barely miss the ceiling. This is actually done on AutoCAD, where I could draw the cabinet, draw the room, the height of the ceiling, grab a point on the cabinet, rotate it, make sure it won't hit the ceiling, and then I get the maximum height. What I'm using are these cabinet screws. They're very flat head, very wide head. They're 3 inches long. They grab very well, much better than a drywall screw, which will pull through. These things will hold that cabinet up there. It took me 2 months to build the cabinets.
Okay.
About 2 months to build all these cabinets. And we came in and did the rip out, a little demo, and all the prep, putting the room back together, and then putting them in. It wasn't until now that we were absolutely certain that all measurements were dead on and everything fit well. And now we can see that everything fits well. So that's good. It's a milestone in the job.